Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you? Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Good morning, Sheriff. Call me Marceno, and thank you for being here today. On Monday, I reported to you from a scene where a homicide of an unidentified male was located deceased on the side of Sophomore Lane in Fort Myers. The medical examiner believes the cause of death is blunt force trauma. My major crimes unit detectives, crime scene unit, all worked around the clock, not sleeping, combing through every piece of evidence and leaving no stone unturned. The investigation led to a scene on Production Circle in Bonita Springs after the victim was identified. Detectives reviewed all video in the area, canvassing door to door, and located a suspect vehicle that had blood evidence inside. The crime scene technicians were able to take that blood from the scene on Sophomore Lane, where the body was dumped, and the suspect's vehicle ultimately linked the scenes together. We recently purchased a rapid DNA machine, Andy, that can process DNA samples and give results within 90 minutes. That's a game changer. Using the latest and greatest technology, coupled with good old-fashioned police work, detectives located the suspect and brought him in for questioning. After all the evidence was analyzed, my major crimes detectives arrested 61-year-old Stanley Brown and charged him with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence. Your Lee County Sheriff's Office is leading the way in technology. While we always take forfeiture funds from drug dealers and turn bad money good, the Andy machine was purchased with funds generously donated by Dr. Carol Culleton. She understands technology is critical to our mission. Without her stepping up to the plate and the dedication from my family members, we would not be here today with a homicide case solved. Dr. Culleton, thank you. Thank you for your continued support. Not only you have fiscally assisted us with purchasing this machine, but you also contribute so much to our community. The great residents of Lee County will have law and order and safety and security. So far this year, we've had 13 homicides in Lee County, 11 of those solved. That's an 85% closure rate. That's huge. There are suspects in the 2 other cases, and I anticipate closures soon. My team won't stop until we make these arrests. The data proves we are right on the money. This case started with an unidentified victim with very little evidence. Within 32 hours, my dedicated major crime detectives and crime scene technicians were able to identify the victim, locate all pertinent evidence, and apprehend the suspect to close this case with an arrest. My heart goes out to the victim's family. I hope they know that this killer will face justice, and I hope it brings you some peace. If you commit a violent crime in Lee County, we're going to hunt you down, we're going to find you, and we will put you behind bars at the Marceno Motel. It's that simple. I want to take a moment, and although I'm the guy that delivers the message, I couldn't be more proud of my family members that are sitting here with me and standing with me. Their hard work and dedication is the reason this case is solved. They didn't sleep, and all they did was go out there and work and work and work relentlessly to make certain that we stand here today. I can't thank you all enough for your dedication, for service. We're all blessed to work together. I'll take some questions.
What was the relationship to the victim?
Suspect-victim relationship. So the suspect and victim were acquaintances. They had just moved in together less than 1 week. So they were roommates for less than a week before this incident occurred.
Do we know why this happened?
And the reason is our suspect did not like the, quote, living conditions with the deceased. So for some reason, whatever triggered it, less than 1 week they're living together. The suspect did not like those living conditions, so he murdered his roommate.
Any priors?
No, just, meaning the suspect or the victim?
The suspect.
Misdemeanor out of Collier County. Those are the priors. Sir?
Well, so I missed, what led you guys to the suspect's car? Did he live nearby and someone spotted it?
Well, I'll tell you this, the great investigators here, at the very beginning when I first went out to the scene, we all thought it might be the case of who did it, okay? But through great detective work, door to door, knocking on doors, gathering intelligence through our crime scene analysts and technicians, being able to use that all, we built that investigation, what led us to the other scene. And then because of the machine that we have, the Andy machine, normally we have to send evidence out. It could take weeks or months. Well, the game changer is we're able to take blood from a scene, and in 90 minutes, because of the technology, we can match that blood from a different location. Again, it all comes together, but the Andy machine was a game changer. And now we have the evidence that we need in 90 minutes or less, which is one of the major reasons we stand here today.
Did some of the pictures show sink with what must be luminol and blood left over? Did he try to wash like a...
It's an open investigation, meaning although we closed it with charges and it's going to go to court, that's more investigative type of tools, and I can't release that.
Was this the first time you guys used this machine?
Well, it's been operational for about, give or take, less than a month. But again, having that ability to take that evidence and turn it around 90 minutes or less is an absolute game changer. Dr. Carol Ray Culleton stepped up. She's an amazing lady, and why I praised her in this press conference. A lot of people in the world have the ability to get involved and help out. A lot of people have the fiscal means to do so. Dr. Culleton not only does it with the hours that she donates and dedicates to the community, but she lives in this community, and she realized that this is a game changer. She physically gave us the funds that we need to get this game changer. So without that machine, that's a very critical part of the investigation. Speaking to the detectives who, again, they didn't sleep for a couple days. To have a homicide solved within 32 hours, just to solve a homicide takes incredible manpower and hard work and dedication. But we're talking about a 32-hour turnaround. It's phenomenal. I can't say enough great things about my family members. So I'm glad it all came together, because the great residents of Lee County, they're going to have better. They deserve better. And we are going to have law and order. That's it. Game over. We're not going to play games with people. You want to commit a violent crime, we're going to find you. You're going to jail.
On Monday, you couldn't give us a lot of information about the condition of the victim's body. Can you talk a little bit more about how he was found and the state he was in?
So, obviously when things first happened, I realize everyone wants to know. Because I could tell you, as a citizen of this county, I want to know. If I lived nearby, that would really worry me. It would make me say, is there a killer on the loose? How did this happen? Oh my God, So I want to get information out immediately, transparently, and make certain that the residents know exactly what we're seeing. Not only because I want to make sure that they understand they're okay, but a lot of times they have information. They come forward that see it, say it, make the call. Crime Stoppers and all the things that we use, they help us solve crimes. So and they can do it anonymously, or they can call it in or email it or whatever it takes. Monday when I got there, when we first looked at that scene, a couple citizens are walking by and they observe a body on the side of the road. That's one thing to see. As a citizen, you walk by and you can't believe what you see, right? Well, I got there and I said to myself, wow, I mean, first of all, a little bit of a desolate road on the east side. You know, obviously there's a community that is right on the west side. That's concerning. I mean, it's going to be concerning for everybody, and I know residents are going to say, hey, are we safe? Are children safe? And safety and security is always number one. But I got there and I'm looking at our detectives and I'm seeing them go to work and I'm watching and listening. And when you looked at the body, obviously, we just felt that we felt it was dumped in a very short period of time, just because there was no decomp, there was no, and the brutality of what we looked at, it was, you say to yourself, my God, how did this happen? And then you pray that a video camera or someone's Ring doorbell or something somewhere is going to help you solve it. So it was a hot day. Unfortunate, we're talking about a homicide. But again, I couldn't be more pleased. And what an honor to work with such an amazing family who just dedicate their lives to go out there. When that call comes in, it doesn't matter what time, day or night, they go out there and they forget about everything except their mission, and that's quite the honor.
Can you say when thereabouts it actually occurred?
We have a rough time frame. Again, it's not something that's been, the body wasn't sitting there for days and days, but I felt at that scene it was very fresh, and that we were working an active, fresh scene.
Now the machine, you guys knew early on, or had an idea early on, okay, this is the suspect, this is the vehicle. Without this DNA machine, would you guys have been able to actually make the arrest as quickly as you did?
So again, it's not just that one piece of the puzzle. The machine is a game changer because obviously we're able to have that 90-minute turnaround. But when you look at all the totality of the circumstances, the interviews, when we speak to someone, if we interrogate a witness or suspect, our team members, our family members here can build that case. And I was very confident, even before that confirmation, that we had what we need. But it's always nice to have that confirmation. Instead of waiting months, 90 minutes or less. Game changer.
Thank you.
Thank you.